It may surprise or even shock you to hear what I'm about to say, but if you're seeing this video right now, it's no accident. There's a powerful current flowing directly to you, a shift that's been building not just in the collective consciousness, but in your personal reality. For too long, you, the chosen ones, have felt a longing, a deep knowing that there's more, a grander design for your life beyond the mundane. That feeling, that persistent whisper in your soul, isn't just wishful thinking. It's a profound resonance with an inevitable reality. You've been doing the internal work, consciously or unconsciously, shedding layers of old beliefs, navigating tumultuous waters, and often facing down the very things that once held you back. This isn't about some distant future, it's about what's unfolding right now. And in this very moment, the universe is aligning, and the material world is preparing to reflect the immense spiritual upgrades you've diligently undertaken. This isn't just about an influx of cash, it's about a complete recalibration of your financial landscape, a deep alignment with the abundance that is your birthright. To truly open yourself to this transformative flow, I ask you to engage with this message. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and in the comments, type 77FT to signal that you are ready to receive this monumental shift. Chapter 1. The door you once feared is already open. For many of you, the idea of big money coming in can trigger old patterns of fear, disbelief, or even a sense of unworthiness. You might immediately think of past financial struggles, the times you felt like you were scraping by, or the endless hustle that left you drained and questioning your path. This first sign, this pivotal moment, is about recognizing that the very door you once feared to approach, or perhaps even thought was locked, is now wide open. This isn't a future possibility, it's a present reality. Think of it like this. You've been meticulously clearing out your internal space, organizing your energetic tone, and this has created a vacuum, a welcoming environment for what is inevitably coming. You've been operating under the illusion that you need a key, a special permission slip, or some grand external event to unlock abundance. But the truth, the profound truth, is that the door was never truly locked. Your perception, colored by societal conditioning and past disappointments, made it seem impenetrable. This isn't some abstract metaphor. It's a tangible shift in your energetic blueprint. When you felt that deep dissatisfaction with the old ways of earning, the soul-crushing 9-to-5, or the constant chasing of pennies, that was your higher self signaling that the old pathways were no longer serving your expansive nature. You were being prepared for something fundamentally different. This open door means that opportunities that once felt out of reach will now present themselves with startling ease. Ideas for new ventures, collaborations, or simply a novel way to utilize your unique talents will begin to flow effortlessly. The hesitation that used to paralyze you, that voice of self-doubt whispering "not in us," is now fading. It's fading because you recognize your inherent worth, not as a concept, but as a felt reality. This preparedness isn't about having all the answers, but about having the willingness to step through the open door, even if you can't see the entire path ahead. It's about trust, a deep, unwavering trust in the universal flow that's orchestrating this profound shift. The fear that once held you back, the fear of the unknown on the other side of that door, is now simply a shadow, powerless against the light of your newfound awareness. Chapter 2. You are the sovereign, not the beggar. The second crucial sign that immense financial flow is imminent is a fundamental shift in your self-perception, moving from the energy of a beggar to that of a sovereign. For so long, many of you have been operating from a place of scarcity, unconsciously or consciously asking for crumbs, hoping for things to work out, or waiting for someone else to validate your worth and bestow opportunities upon you. This external validation, this reliance on external circumstances, has kept you in a loop of feeling less than, perpetually chasing what you believe you lack. But the truth that is now revealing itself is that you are not a beggar. You are inherently a king, a queen, a powerful creator with an inherent right to abundance. This isn't about arrogance, it's about reclaiming your birthright. The universe doesn't respond to begging, it responds to creation. It responds to the resonant frequency of someone who knows their inherent value and is willing to show up in the world as that. This means a radical reversal of energy. Instead of passively waiting for money to appear, you're actively creating the channels for it to flow. Are your accounts prepared to receive this influx? Have you opened the metaphorical doors to your store, your services, your unique offerings? This isn't about working harder, but about working smarter and in alignment with your authentic self. It's about recognizing that your energy, your unique frequency, your gifts are precious and in high demand. The world needs what you have to offer, and it's ready to compensate you for it. Think about it. How many times have you held back, second-guessing your ideas or waiting for perfect conditions? That hesitation is the beggar energy, the victim mentality that believes external forces dictate your worth. The sovereign energy, on the other hand, says, I have something invaluable to give, and I will create the pathways for it to be received. This doesn't mean you have to have a fully fleshed-out business plan or a perfectly polished product right now. It means you are taking inspired action, even small steps, to prepare the ground for the seeds of abundance that are about to be sown. It's about opening your hands to receive, understanding that you are not receiving from somewhere, but rather you are attracting what is already yours by divine right. The old narrative of struggle, of working endlessly for meager returns, is dissolving. You are stepping into a new paradigm where your existence, your authentic expression, and your unique frequency are the currency. Chapter 3. The inevitable chain of events is unfolding. This third sign is perhaps the most undeniable. You are experiencing an inevitable chain of events that is leading directly to this financial upgrade. This isn't about hope, or a lucky break, or a wishful thinking scenario. This is the natural, logical progression of the deep spiritual and energetic work you've been doing. You've felt the shifts, haven't you? The moments of profound clarity, the sudden urge to release old habits or relationships that no longer serve you, the inexplicable sense of peace, even amidst chaos. These aren't random occurrences. They are dominoes falling, each one setting the stage for the next, all leading to this inevitable influx of abundance. For many of you, this might feel like a dramatic shift, especially if you've recently experienced a rock-bottom moment financially or felt like your entire life was falling apart. That feeling of hitting zero or experiencing a deep sense of loss was not a setback, but a necessary clearing. It was the universe creating space, physically and energetically, for something far grander to enter. Imagine a cluttered room. You can't bring in new, beautiful furniture until you've removed the old, broken pieces. Your life has been undergoing a similar decluttering process, and the perceived losses were actually strategic removals of anything misaligned with your highest financial destiny. This inevitable chain also includes the accelerated manifestation of your desires. Thoughts and intentions that once felt distant are now materializing with surprising speed. This is because your frequency has elevated to match the frequency of the abundance you've been envisioning. You're no longer just dreaming of a beautiful life, you're resonating with it, and the universe is simply reflecting that back to you. The key here is not to resist this unfolding. Sometimes the ego tries to cling to the familiar, even if the familiar is uncomfortable. It might try to convince you that this shift is too good to be true, or that you need to work harder to earn it. But this is where the inevitability comes in. You've earned it. Through your spiritual evolution, through your willingness to align with your true self. The external circumstances are simply catching up to your internal state. trust this process, surrender to the flow, and know that every single event, every challenge, every release has been meticulously orchestrated to bring you to this very moment of profound financial liberation. Chapter 4. Releasing the grip of lack and victimhood. The fourth crucial sign of impending financial abundance is your active release of the deeply ingrained energies of lack and victimhood. This isn't just about positive thinking, it's about a fundamental shift in your energetic relationship with money and your circumstances. For too long, you might have unconsciously held on to narratives of not enough, feeling sorry for yourself about past losses, or believing that external forces were dictating your financial fate. This is the energy of the Five of Cups, mourning what is gone while ignoring the opportunities that remain, and the insidious influence of the devil, which traps you in illusions of limitation and powerlessness. It's time to bring conscious awareness to these hidden patterns. Do you find yourself dwelling on what you've lost, rather than focusing on the infinite possibilities that are now available to you? Do you, subtly or not so subtly, play the victim, waiting for someone or something to rescue you from your financial situation? This victim energy is the opposite of the sovereign energy we discussed earlier. It keeps you in a state of begging, preventing the universe from truly delivering the abundance that is trying to reach you. Money, in its purest form, is energy, and like all energy, it seeks flow and organization. If your internal landscape is cluttered with resentment, regret, and the belief that you are powerless, you are effectively blocking that flow. This release means recognizing that you don't need to carry the weight of past financial mistakes or disappointments. They served their purpose in teaching you valuable lessons, but they no longer define your capacity for wealth. The illusion of lack is just that, an illusion. You are inherently abundant. The universe isn't holding anything back from you. Rather, it's waiting for you to open your hands, both literally and metaphorically, to receive. This isn't about being naive or ignoring practical realities. It's about taking responsibility for your energetic state and actively choosing to dismantle the beliefs that keep you feeling small and deprived. When you stop looking at what you lost and start focusing on what you can create, you instantly shift your frequency. You move from begging for scraps to radiating an energy of capacity and creation. This deep internal cleansing is what makes space for the unprecedented financial flow that is now ready to enter your life. Chapter 5. The Uncommon Path and the Flow of Value. The fifth sign, a clear indicator that massive financial abundance is manifesting, is your increasing comfort and indeed embrace of the uncommon path. You've likely felt for a long time an internal dissonance with the traditional societal blueprints for success, the rigid career paths, the slow climb up the corporate ladder, the idea that wealth only comes through relentless struggle and sacrifice. You've intuited that there's a simpler, more aligned way, even if you couldn't fully articulate it. This is your soul guiding you towards a unique expression of your gifts, one that doesn't conform to external expectations but resonates deeply with your authentic self. This shift means that the outdated paradigms of working hard for pennies are dissolving from your reality. You're recognizing that true abundance doesn't come from trading hours for dollars in a system that often undervalues your worth. Instead, it flows from your unique frequency, from sharing your inherent talents and passion. This isn't about being lazy. It's about operating from a place of inspired flow, where your contributions are so valuable that they are compensated exponentially. Think about it. Why are you still clinging to the idea that you have to conform to a specific structure when your inner knowing is screaming for freedom and creative expression? This uncommon path might involve monetizing gifts you once considered mere hobbies, or creating services that are so uniquely you that they have no direct comparison in the market. It's about opening your own energetical store, a space where your unique creations and offerings can be received and valued. This is you recognizing that your worth is not tied to a job title or a corporate structure, but to the inherent light and wisdom you carry. The universe is aligning people, resources, and opportunities to support this unconventional flow. It's not about winning a lottery, but about realizing you've already won, simply by being your authentic self and being willing to share that with the world. The how of this abundance might not always make logical sense to the rational mind, but it will make perfect sense to your heart. It's a softer, more fluid way of creating wealth, where your existence and your unique expression become the very source of your prosperity. Chapter 6. Embracing the rebirth and intuitive action. The sixth profound sign that you are on the cusp of significant financial transformation is your willingness to embrace the rebirth process and act on your intuitive guidance, even when it defies logic. This is perhaps the most transformative sign of all, as it signifies a deep internal shift from being a passenger in your life to becoming the sovereign co-creator of your reality. Many of you have undergone, or are currently experiencing, a profound death and rebirth cycle. This isn't a gentle transition. It often feels like your entire world is falling apart, stripping away everything that no longer serves your highest good. These tower moments, as some call them, where relationships, careers, and belief systems crumble, are not punishments. They are necessary, divinely orchestrated accelerations. They are cosmic bulldozers, clearing away old rotten structures and condemned beliefs to make way for the new palace you are meant to inhabit. This process is inherently uncomfortable and disorienting, but it's precisely these radical shifts that prepare you for the magnitude of what's coming. The universe cannot pour immense wealth into a cracked and unstable container. It first helps you become a vessel worthy of the blessings. Think back to times when you had to let go of a business, a job, or even an entire lifestyle that no longer resonated. Those weren't failures. They were intentional resets, creating a sacred vacuum for greater alignment. This willingness to release and rebuild, to go back to 0 point and stand in the unknown with nothing but your faith, is a hallmark of the chosen ones. It is a terrifying place for the ego, but a place of infinite potential for the soul. It's this resilience, this deep-seated knowing that you can always pick yourself up and recreate your reality from scratch, that makes you a magnet for immense abundance. You have proven to the universe that you are not afraid of losing what is not truly yours, which is the exact prerequisite for receiving what is. Crucially, this phase is characterized by a heightened connection to your intuition. As the external noise of your old life fades, the quiet internal signal of your soul becomes crystal clear. Ideas and impulses will come to you that might not make logical sense to your rational mind. Book that ticket to a place you've never been. Leave that stable but soul-crushing job. Start that seemingly outlandish project based on a dream. Invest your last $100 in that course. These are not random thoughts. They are divine guidance, direct answers to your prayers for financial freedom and fulfillment. The challenge and the sign of your preparedness is your courage to act on these intuitive nudges without hesitation. Hesitation is the devilish energy of the old paradigm, the voice of fear trying to keep you small. It will try to convince you that your idea is not good enough, that you're not ready, that you need more proof. But your intention, your new GPS, is telling you to pierce through that fear with swift, decisive action. The metaphor of preparing your accounts and creating multiple income streams isn't just about practical organization. It's about creating channels for this intuitive guidance to manifest materially. When you make space in your life, when you open the door to receiving, the universe fills it. This might involve setting up a website for a service you were guided to offer, creating a simple online shop for your art, or simply opening a new bank account dedicated to your abundance fund. These are not just logistical tasks, they are powerful acts of faith. They are physical declarations to the universe that say, I am ready, I have built the landing strips, you can bring the planes in now. This isn't about begging for donations, but about acknowledging that your unique offerings, your art, your wisdom, your healing presence, are valuable, and that people are naturally and joyfully drawn to support what resonates with them. The rebirth has stripped away the old, and now, fueled by your unwavering intuition, you are rebuilding a financial reality that is entirely, magnificently, and abundantly aligned with your highest vibrational self. Chapter 7. The Call, Answered in the Mirror of Abundance. The seventh and final sign that big money is not just coming in, but is already here and eager to reside with you, is the profound and soul-deep realization that your call has been answered, and the world is now becoming a mirror that reflects your inherent abundance. For a long time, you might have felt a deep yearning, a sense of being called to something greater, yet unsure of how to truly step into it, or what it even looked like. That feeling of longing, that persistent inner whisper that accompanied you through your darkest nights and your quietest moments, was not just a desire. It was a reciprocal call from the universe. It was a homing beacon from your own destiny, a contract already written, a promise of alignment and prosperity that your soul knew was waiting for you. And now, in this powerful culmination of energy, you are consciously answering that call, not by striving, but by surrendering into who you truly are. This isn't about becoming a big name or achieving external markers of success in the way society often defines them. It's about relaxing into what you already are, an earth angel, a powerful light worker, a being meant for prosperity and abundance. Your true work is no longer about hustling or proving your worth. Your sacred function is to simply be a flower. A flower does not struggle to be beautiful. Its beauty is an effortless expression of its essence. It doesn't worry about attracting bees. It simply opens its petals and releases its unique fragrance, and the bees are naturally, irresistibly drawn to it. When you share your light with the world, when you embody your authentic self without hesitation, you become this fragrant flower. People are waiting for you, searching for the unique answers, the specific frequency, and the gentle wisdom that only you can provide. Just as something clicked into place for you when you encountered this message, something will click for them when they encounter your energy, your work, or your presence. The preparation for this influx also involves a profound shift in your language and your internal narrative around money. No longer are you waiting for abundance to come in. You are abundant, and it is here. You are actively and consciously changing your words, your thoughts, and your beliefs from a frequency of lack to a frequency of plenty. This is a vital practice. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't afford that, you gently shift it to, I am choosing to direct my resources elsewhere right now. When the old story of, I have to work hard for money arises, you replace it with, I am a magnet for blessed opportunities, and money flows to me with ease as I share my gifts. This isn't about delusion or toxic positivity. It is a conscious act of rewiring your subconscious mind, of commanding your energetic field, and of aligning your vibration with the reality you are choosing to inhabit. The universe responds to what you broadcast, and when you consistently broadcast the frequency of I have enough, I am enough, it must mirror that back to you in tangible and inspiring ways. This new reality is softer, more fluid, and far less burdensome than the old ways of earning. The paradigm of trading your life force for survival is over. You are meant to be paid to simply exist, to be authentically you, and to share whatever wants to flow through you. The hard work paradigm, with its glorification of burnout and sacrifice, is dissolving, replaced by a deep knowing that your purpose is to live in joy and share your unique essence. An afternoon spent in joyful rest, deep meditation, or playful creation. can be infinitely more productive and financially generative than a week of soul-crushing labor, because those high-vibration activities open the channels for divine ideas and synchronicities to flow in. As you continue to embody this truth, you'll find that doors open effortlessly, opportunities present themselves unexpectedly, and money flows in ways that feel almost magical, yet are simply the inevitable response to your elevated frequency. The journey isn't over. In fact, this is the true beginning. You're now equipped with the knowing, the readiness, and the open channels to receive the vast prosperity that has always been yours by divine right. Your only job now is to continue being you, to enjoy the ride, and to be a gracious and joyful steward of the abundance that is, now and forever, your natural state.